Yeah, Josiah went berry picking this morning, so we're going to make some raspberry syrup to go over pancakes later this week.
Don't stay in Molly.
We will show the process of how easy raspberry syrup is to make. Okay. Hi everybody, it's Leo Family Heritage Living. Josiah went berry picking this morning. We've got ambles. We've got lots of patches of wild raspberries. So we're making raspberry syrup right now for pancakes for later in the week. And it's really simple, and I just wanted to share with you how I do it. Wild raspberries are a lot smaller than obviously cultivated raspberries. And it's hard to get all of these things off, all of these stems off. I mean, you can, it's not impossible, but because I'm making syrup and I'm going to...
Oh, sir.
Oh. And I'm going to run it through a strainer when I'm done boiling it. I'm not worried about it. Josiah picked. I washed the berries, and I washed them right away because, you know, if you don't do that, especially with when they're ripe and they're this small, they lose a lot of the juice as they sit. The weight compresses and the juice comes out. So I washed them right away. What you want to do with this is you want to make sure that you put them in a pot that is not prone to stick on the bottom. You don't have to boil them for very long. I will probably let them simmer for a while. And all I'm doing is, they've got a lot of juice, I'll just add a little bit of water and I'll put it on the stove to let it simmer down until I feel that I've, got as much of the juice out of the berry itself as possible. Okay, so just to give you an idea, this is all natural juice right there. And I probably won't add the water here for a bit. I'll just make sure that it's cooking down. If it creates enough of its own juice, I won't put any water in at all. The point for the water is basically not to let the fruit stick to the bottom of the pan, which is what you don't want. Okay. So I simmered these for about 30 minutes. Camera guy. And you see this is all the natural juice. There was no water added to it. So now I'll strain it out to get all of the seed and the pulp and the leaves from it. Yeah, it does splatter. There's no way around it.
But it's worth it.
Am I steaming you?
Not too bad. Nope, there it goes.
Baby! The taste tester.
When you get back,
So
it's not time.
you can press it out a little bit. Or just be patient and let it do its job. Alright, so these raspberries are really sweet. They have a really tremendous sweet flavor, so it's not going to take a lot of sugar. I don't even think it'll take this much in there. So I'm probably going to start with half and cook it a little bit and then see what it tastes like before I add any more.
Okay.
So I put it back on the stove. We're going to simmer it down a little bit to decrease the moisture in it so that it thickens up in a syrup form. And the other thing too, when you use sugar, if you use an organic sugar, most often it is a sweeter, especially the Brazilian organic sugar. So just to encourage you, not only for the benefits, because if it's a sugar beet sugar, chances are pretty good it's GMO. Sugar cane at this point in time is not, although it has been authorized. They do have it genetically modified, but I don't think that they've been able to produce the crops so that it's in this season yet. But at any rate, it does cost more, the organic sugar does, but again, you use less of it, and the product is far superior, so just some food for thought there. Alright, so I just took it off of the stove and I've been boiling for at least an hour. Whew, we're steamy. Maybe an hour and a half. And it hasn't been boiling as much as simmering, and then probably the last 10 minutes I just went ahead and put it on a boil. We lost at least a third, so this should be pretty thick. We'll let it cool down and see what it does. The syrup is cooled now, and you can see I've still got, you'll see a little bit of debris in there. Not much, it's not going to bother us, just a little bit of the pulp.
Makes it chewy.
It has thickened up a lot. It's about the consistency, maybe a little bit thinner than actual maple syrup, and that's all right also. And as it cools, it will thicken up even more. But there's the counter problem. Because I warm it up before we put it on pancakes, it will thin out again. So then I'll do with this batch, because we'll use it up right away. I will put it in the ice box. And then later, as they're picking more, I'll go ahead and I'll can them can this in a deep water bath, and then we'll have it for the winter. So we did pretty good. We got just over a quart, which with 6 of us would be like a breakfast and a half worth of syrup on the pancakes. So it's not too bad. I think that they're extra juicy. I mean, if you like do this with raspberries from a store, it's like anything from a store. It's not nearly as flavorful. It would be, probably just as flavorful from cultivated raspberries, but our property is loaded with these. And a big thing around here, up here, is bilberries also, which are coming on. So we'll be doing some bilberry syrup, and they're really nutritious and high, great for the eyes and stuff. And bread, bilberry bread. Of that. So we'll be doing some videos on the bilberry also. Actually, last year I took a lot of footage, and we actually had a ton of ideas for the bilberries and the raspberries, and we fell off the YouTube radar at that time and didn't do any of that stuff. So I could actually use last year's footage, but it's fun to do the videos while we're actually making it. So in this year, our property holds so many wild raspberry bushes that it's kind of exciting for us, because we've never grown raspberries in a controlled environment before, and just to have them on the property, it's fun to forage over here. So anyways, we hope this was helpful to somebody. We hope that you enjoy the recipe. If you try it, please let us know in the comment section, and we will talk soon. God bless.